You guys, are we here yet? Ah, here we are. Yes, we are here. Hi, you guys. Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. It is a Cult Classic Friday here with Michelle and Hell Games. How's everybody doing? We're going to get right into business for this Friday surprise. What up, passion fruit martini? I really want to feel like this. I wasn't going to, and then I can't fucking help myself. Oh God. Alright, you guys. Let's have some fun, shall we? Let's sit down. Cheers. Hold on, I gotta make sure I got the right one, because if I play the wrong one, it will be ruined. The whole joke.
I'm germinating there. Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Gute Nacht. Fair use guideline, public domain, entertainment,
freedom of speech. That's a precursor of things to come. Okay, let's get back into business. Today, I have questions for everyone. I have questions for the Tricky Trevor 8 crew, Fifi's Flying Fuckwits, Duchess Demented's Space Cadet Rangers? I don't know. We're going to still have to get one of hers. Back on the shit today, boys and girls. Also, Fifi, and Trevor. I have questions for you both. Okay. First, Trevor. Tricky Trevor. Tricky Pricky. Tricky Pricky. Hi, Ren. This is gonna be good. This will be good, Ren. Tricky Pricky. For you, first question. What happened to my cultists and Trevorites? No more? You're not a cult anymore? You're not a cult anymore? What happened to the Trevorite cultists? Are you trying to be tricky? Did you realize you're trying to be a cult leader and we can all see it, so you're trying to pretend like you're not? But I'm going to tell you why you are. I will. We're going to get into it. You guys have been exhibiting some very, cult-like behavior. Cult-like behavior going on. I watched a great video today, and I was like, holy shit, it's Fifi, and it's tricky. God, I don't know where to start. Okay, so, Fifi, it seems like you're trying to start your own cult. Also, Trevor, it seems like you're trying to start your own cult. What happens when the two cults clash? When the two cults collide, if you will. Now, let me clarify. I'm going to tell you about how you guys are being cult-like. I can't be like, oh my god, you're in a cult! Because you're not, but there's some very strong cult-like behavior happening here. Uh-huh. Yes. I also... Oh, God, this video was so great. I wish you guys could watch it. I put it in my... I don't want to say anything, but I put it in my community page, and it's great. I think it's by somebody we all know and watched, and it's really good. It's good. And she even talks about what is evil. What is evil too. And when she said, when I was watching it, I was like, I said all this. I said all this. Evil is subjective. Okay? So evil is subjective. What someone may think is evil may not be to someone else. So the definition is pretty much a lack of empathy. So if you have a lack of empathy and you willfully cause harm to another individual or others, can be considered evil by definition. Okay, now that doesn't, self-defense, there's always self-defense, guys. Okay, that's, in my case, I think, self-defense. Okay, so what we're going to get to is why the hell do people listen to you guys? Why do they listen to Dawn? Why do they listen to Fifi? Why do they listen to Tricky Pricky? Why is this? Okay, so now when I started looking in this, I was shocked. And I was like, I knew what a cult was, okay? But then when you start getting into the nitty gritty of it, and you start seeing, prime examples. I was reading it, and I was thinking of examples for everything I was reading. Okay. So what is a cult? What is a cult? Okay, cult is a lay term for a group perceived as requiring unwavering devotion to a set of beliefs and practices which are considered deviant or outside the norms of society. Okay, that's by Wikipedia. So now we're going to get a Webster. So I'm going to go to Merriam-Webster's because, Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Okay, so, cult. Synonyms. So there's lots of also, cultic, cultish, cultishly, cultishness, cultism, and cult-like. Cult-like. So we're going to be talking about being cult-like. Cultic. Sorry if I'm a little, me. I'm just a little stoner gamer over here, so. Please give me the benefit of the doubt. Okay. So you're going to have a great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work, such as a film or book. Okay? So you can be culty. No, we're not going to get into that. Okay, the object of devotion, usually a small group of people. Okay. Where was my favorite one? Was it Britannica? We're going to get a Britannica. No, let's go to study.com. Cult definition, characteristics, and behavior. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are cult leaders yet, but I'm saying, are you guys reading books? Tricky and Fifi. And little Dawn Jr., she's on her way. Are you reading books on how to become a cult leader? There is a Netflix documentary, but I don't think it's enough, because I watched it and I was just like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is one they make me pay for. Alright. Characteristics of a cult. Now, they're going to usually have a charismatic leader. Charismatic leader. Tricky. Fifi. Very charismatic. Whose teachings are considered the highest of importance. Sound familiar? Tricky? Trevorites, right? Members are strongly... Okay, so that's the leader. Okay. Ideological purity. Okay. Okay, they also listen to propaganda, how to influence people, so they always make narratives to make them to look like the victims. Good point, Ren. Victims. Okay, you guys, I want you to remember that. We're going to get back to that. Victims. Make them look like victims. Okay, members are strongly discouraged from questioning the cult's doctrine, and any doubts are met with shame and punishment. Put a 1 in the comments if this does not sound familiar. I don't want to see any ones. There you go. Okay.
Just going to say it. Now, I know you've got your fingers in a few other pies now, and that's fine. Just don't forget to make time for our business, too.
All right. Conformity. It's very familiar. Thank you, passion fruit. Conformity and control. Conformity and control, you guys. Cult leaders often exercise an extreme degree of control over their members' lives. You ready? Including dictating what they can wear. Have we seen this before? Have we seen someone telling other creators what they should wear? Do you remember? Gemma? Yep. And, you know? Okay, what they can wear, and ready? Not really what they can eat, but what kinds of relationships they can have, right? So what kind of relationships can he have? Does that sound familiar? They're trying to tell people who their friends should be and why. Yep. To me, their members are high on drugs and stuck in... Hey! I took offense to that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. As well as what you're saying. Yes, and I'll tell you why the people get into... Yeah, we'll get into that too. What kind of people will latch on to these types of people, these types of groups. We'll get into that too. Mind-altering practices. Now, this could be... I can't... I don't want to be like, you know... trying to think of an example of this because we really haven't seen it. Maybe with getting everybody to have drinks, but not really. So, mind-altering practices. I don't want to leave it out. We'll just talk about it. Sleep deprivation, chanting, meditations, and drugs are often used to break down the individual's defense and make them more susceptible to cult ideology. Now, this... Yep. Repetition. Can everybody hit like, please, in the background, ladies? Thank you. Possibly gentlemen as well. Where are we? You ready for this? This is my fave. Conformity is also... So we're in conformity and control. We're talking about them going in and trying to control the members' lives. Conformity is also enforced by group members who police one and other. Sound familiar? Sounds familiar to me. Right. All right, so then the... okay. And mind-altering practices. Blah. You know. Isolation and... our favorite, ladies and gentlemen, love bombing. Isolation and love bombing. It's common for people in cults to be encouraged to cut contact with outsiders. I.e., you shouldn't talk to this person. Maybe they shouldn't be a mod here. You shouldn't have them as a mod. You shouldn't blah, 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 blah. We know. Check. With outside. outsiders, including close family members. Within a cult, new members are often subject to love bombing, a practice where new initiates are shown. Sorry, let me start over. Sorry. A practice where new initiates are showered with love rays to bring them into the cult and foster a sense of belonging. We have this club, you guys, and where all you ladies are lonely. Boom! Defender of words hit the nail on the head. Bop, bop, bop. Yep. I think they're using him for practice. In my opinion, it's bizarre. Yep. Make everybody feel love. It's the love bombing. It's so bad with the love bombing. Especially Fief. You know how she tried love bombing? She loves bombs everyone. Oh, I love your channel. Oh, la la la. And then she goes over and loves bombs the fuck out of. Oh, gross. See, Trevor's not much of a love bomber, I don't think, as he gets Fifi. Fifi's the love bomber. And the crew. And when you know how when they send them emails, Jody, you know how she sends those emails when, oh, we're love bombing, and then Jody love bombs you. Remember, she even did it to a few people. That's what she does. The first thing she does is they get Jody in your emails, and all of a sudden, Jody's a mod. Okay. Moving on. Us versus them mentality. Oh, that's true. I do. I think he does love bomb Don a little bit. I think Trevor love bombs Don, maybe Sue Smith, maybe even Fifi. That's true. Thank you for the correction. That's true, ladies. I love your comments. I think Trevor can be as well. He feels he can get something he wants out of you. Yep. If he wants something from you, he'll be up your little butt. Trevor has plenty of women in his DMs. Have you not seen the way he puts his... He put his van through a wall. It's the love shagging, the shagging scam van. The scam van shagging wagon. Fucking gross. Okay. Oh yeah, us versus them mentality. Cult members are often encouraged to see the cult as superior to life on the outside. Right? Like, do you know when see, I don't want to keep... Do you know when someone has something to do and they're like, can you do it live? When can you do your next live? Can you do it live? And you're like, and they're like, oh, I have something to do today. Well, can you do it before? Well, could you do it after? Can you make time? Could you just leave early? Do you remember that? Yep. And they all have to be there for the lives. All have to be there for the lives. It's like right on schedule. Boom, 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 boom. And then, like, say someone else has a live scheduled, and they will take that person, and they'll be like, you cannot do your live because this live is happening. Do you know? Right? Okay, this one's next. I should get we'll just go through the order. All right, so apocalyptic thinking. So when I was thinking about what kind of apocalyptic thinking they had, and I thought, well, they think Meghan Markle is going to take over the world. They also think Meghan Markle is going to steal their freedom of speech. We're fighting for freedom of speech. Blah, blah, blah. Right? So that's their apocalyptic thinking, I think, in my opinion. So preparation for a supposed apocalypse or cataclysmic event. Major characteristics of major cult, especially in cult religions. So that's usually in a lot of occult religions. I don't think we have the end of days thinking as much as we can't lose our freedom of speech, which is an amendment in the Constitution of the United States of America. and it does not. Never mind. We're not getting into that. Okay. So really, like I said, you guys are really fighting for censorship. Censorship. Apocalyptic thinking. Oh yeah, like Meghan Markle is going to take down the monarchy. Oh, Harry and Meghan, they're going to take down the monarchy. And it'll be the end of the world, right? Good point. Great point. Great point. Okay, time and energy. Followers are expected to dedicate huge amounts of time and energy and often moolah to the cult to the exclusion of their own lives, interests, jobs, and families. We're poor. We're all pensioners. It's hard for us to pay our gas. Or what do you guys call it? Gas? Petrol? But yet you're expected to send money. Not expected, as in, you know, but we know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, any questions so far, you guys? Is this mind-blowing or what? Okay, so now back to what Ren said about victims. They often make you feel sorry for them. Make you think you are a victim of something and they are helping you fight for your justice. Okay, so you're a victim. They make you feel sorry for them. They use illnesses to make you feel sorry for them. Check. So that's where we are so far. I mean, we can get into it even more. Now, why do people put up with this bullshit? Right? Okay. Well, they're kind of stuck. And a reason why a lot of times people don't leave cults and go back home is because they were so hyped up about it. It's the best thing ever. And then when they find out that they were wrong, they feel embarrassed and they don't know what to do. And then all those other things we talked about before come into play. Shame and punishment. Okay, so if you cognitive dissonance, yeah. So if you have any kind of, yeah. Okay, yep. The grammar does have, I guess, would be. They think they're their friends. Yes, good point. Okay, so in cult leaders, they make you think you are their friends. We love you so much. We care about you so much. We will do anything for each other, okay? And a lot of people, when they don't have a lot of people, they want to feel belong. Everyone wants to feel a sense of belonging, right? So everybody wants to feel loved, valued, and everybody would like to have groups around. Some people don't, you know, but usually when you're, how can I explain this? Okay, so I don't want to jump topics. So when you are in recovery, for instance, when you're starting out of recovery, and I see this with the churches and a lot of the rehabs, they grab you up and they spill religion down your throat, blah, blah, blah. They wait for your church. That's why they go in and they go into homeless shelters. You know what I mean? They find the people who have nothing. And that they are the most vulnerable, and that they are their lowest points. And they feed on them. People who are alone, who don't have a lot of family a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? People that are more quiet. Maybe an introvert who always wanted to be an extrovert and now found this group and they're starting to find their voice and their, there's a lot of reasons. Foxy and friends, yep. Young. They like to find people that are young that can be molded, right? That can be molded into their ideology. Which is another reason why in cults you are urged, and even in religions, you're urged to have children so that they can keep indoctrinating people. More people, more money. Always vulnerable people. It's always homeless people, addicts, abuse victims, domestic abuse, SA, and they give them a sense of love, a false sense of love and protection. Yep. So that once you're in the cult, right? So what'll happen? You'll start to act in how can I explain this? In a mob form, okay? So it's kind of like, well, they're acting this way. I wouldn't usually act this way, you know what I mean? But since everyone else is doing it, when in Rome, that kind of thing. Okay, you're influenced, so you would do things you wouldn't normally do. Or you participate in behaviors or activities you would not normally do. Oh, what is it? I'm sorry. Group conformity, yeah. They make you feel comfortable about it. So something that would be taboo to you, when you see it around, everybody else is doing it, it's like, oh, it's not that bad, right? Well, look, everybody here. And then you start to kind of show off for the group. If that makes any sense. It's like desensitization or whatever. They make it normal. Normalize it. They normalize the activities. So they normalize the activities around you, and then you don't feel so, like, icky when you do it. It's like peer pressure, kind of. In a way. It's grooming. Normalize it through royal family stuff. Yep. Yeah, it's like, well, we're trying to help the royal family, so we can't be bad, right? And that would be under their false pretense. Oh, we're trying to help under a deception under an umbrella. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we're trying to help everyone. But it's really not. It's a facade. So yeah, cults aren't anything new. I wonder. Exactly, I made this right. I made it this point before. Passionate Martini, right? Because the royal family needs help. Like I said, they're a 1,000-plus-year-old institution with unlimited resources. Yeah, I think they have all the intel they need. Yeah, they had the intel from day one. There's no helping. There's no helping the royal family protect anything. I don't think they need you guys to help them. They have professionals, like real professionals. Holy hell. Yeah, so they make you think you're doing this important deed, right? We're helping. Could you imagine if we could pull this off? Oh, we will be praised. We helped save the royal family. No. And then we get into the cult leaders even more, right? So they're going to be charismatic. They're going to be trustworthy. They're going to be interesting. You're going to be wanting to hear more of what they say. So, well spoken. It's when I was doing this, I was getting goosebumps. Like, oh no. I'm just they don't. They don't. Nor do they care. They're very busy people, I would think. Oh my. Okay, so here we go. So, okay, what are the qualities of a cult leader? Cult leader are charismatic, highly convincing, and good at getting people to listen and follow them. Often they build their images on lies, and may display narcissistic behaviors. I know. But let me tell you what, Ren. See, here's the thing, right? So if you called you, let's be real. I'm going to act a little bit. I'm going to act a little bit. I would never do this, but just I'm just going to use it for an example, right? Say somebody calls you and you want to... Okay, here's Fifi. Hello, darling. Blah, la, 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 la. Oh, la, la, la. Oh, la, 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 la. Ha, ha, ha. Right? And then here's me. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to listen to, right? But I'm telling the truth, and Fifi's lying. You feel me? It's just an example. Oh, la, 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 la. And I'm over here like, listen, asshole. Listen, you fucking biatches. I was trying to think of a cult leader who wasn't a narc. A cult leader who is not a narc. Alright, let's look at all the cult leaders in history. Shall we? Oh, Fifi's crew are now the Fifi's Flying Fuckwits. By the way. Everybody write that down, don't forget it. And psychopaths. Definitely psychopaths. See, the thing is about Charles Manson. Oh, the other day I was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I know Jeffrey Dahmer is dead. I'm sorry if anybody caught that. Because I was like, something about Charles Manson, but he's dead, and I was like, we'll take Jeffrey Dahmer. And then I was like, but then I didn't say, like, although he's dead too. Sorry, I just... Squirrel. The Fifi's Flying Fuckwits, yes. Hold on, what did I just... Squirrel. Okay, cult leaders. So we have Charles Manson. Oh, okay, Charles Manson, he never killed anyone, right? Allegedly. I think he actually had killed somebody, maybe. But he didn't do any of that shit. He didn't do any of that shit. He got those little bitches to do it. And Tex. And they got the wrong house, too. They were supposed to kill Terry Melcher. And Terry Melcher moved. And I guess back then, like, he didn't get the FYI. So he sent them over there to kill Terry Melcher, who was a producer. But anyway, that's a different story. Yeah, so you can see what cult leaders can get people to do, right? There's a lot. Somebody's got Nature Boy on here. Oh my god, do you guys know Nature Boy? Check him out. There's a lot. David Berg. Founder of the Family. Was he the first one? Who was the first cult leader? Hold on, let's just get a cult leaders. Overview. We have Jim Jones, Charles Manson, Warren Jeffs. Yeah, he's the famous ones. What Warren Jeffs, man? Oh, I hate him. I actually do hate somebody. Warren Jeffs. David Koresh. There's been a lot. There's a lot. Oh, Mary Otis Blackburn. Who's that? Oh, the Divine Order of the Royal Arms. I never heard of this. May Otis Blackburn. I'm going to have to look at her. Yeah, religion from the beginning, in a way, can be thought of as a cult. It's usually religious. A cult that has been accepted over time. Yep. Christianity. No offense, but yeah. The FLDS. The LDS. Do you guys remember back in the early 90s, they would always have those Church of Latter-day Saint commercials all over the place? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's really funny, because I didn't really have too much of a problem with Andrew Tate at first, and then I started getting more into it, and then realizing what he was actually fucking doing, and he's not to be celebrated. He's not to be celebrated. I watched a really good video on another guy talking about him, and he really changed my mind. I gotta... Yep. I do want to learn about this lady. I've never heard of her. May Otis Blackburn. The cult leader of the infamous 1920s LA cult, the Divine Order of the Royal Arms of the Great 11. What the hell? I don't have time to go into this right now, but I've never heard of her. First cult leader. Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, that was a joke. First cult leader in history, God. Am I right? Pythagoras. Are you kidding? Pythagoras was the first cult leader? The Pythagorean theorem? No. Is that a different one? Pythagoras may have been the first cult leader, founding a school in Croton, Italy. He was a traveling shaman who studied and eat. Oh, really? Okay, so Jim Jones. First, like, yeah, we're emperors. Yeah. So it's all, so government, so it's all about control, right? So emperors, anything like that. Kings, queens, government, emperors, religion, anything. It's just meant to control the masses. Or you'd have mass hysteria all the time. You'd have, what, Sodom. Is that what it was? Is that where sodomy came from, that word? Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, it's to order. You knew meth. It is evil. Did you see? Oh, did you see what I tweeted yesterday? It's a devil, and he's whispering into God's ear, and he's going, "Now put the alphabet into math." That's not funny. How to spot a cult? Oh my God! What is this saying? Tricky Trevorites don't what? No, I'm just kidding. Did you see? I think I shared it. Okay, alright, so how to recognize a cult. I think I'm gonna go, you guys, but I'm gonna be back. How to recognize a cult. Isolating members and penalizing them for leaving. Oh my god, you're a sugar! So if you ask a question, you leave, you do anything, you piss anybody off, what happens, boys and girls? You are a sugar. You're working with Boozy. Seeking inappropriate loyalty to their leaders. Inappropriate loyalty. I think I need to Google that. I need to go, what's inappropriate loyalty? What do you guys, what's inappropriate loyalty? Inappropriately loyal? Like how they're like, the love bombing him and inappropriate? I don't know. Dishonoring the family unit. Absolute authoritarianism. Absolute authoritarianism without meaningful accountability. Oh, I love that. Yeah, Tricky, why the fuck are you the authority on everything? No tolerance for questions or critical inquiry. Brainwashing. Brainwashing. We know that. Sugar, 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 sugar. There's sugar. The sugars. Brainwashing. Called to use brainwashing or coercive persuasion. Coercive persuasion. There we go. Cults are often closed, with an inner circle that follows the leader without question, i.e. Fifi and her super mods. Cults may have a pattern of rituals that may include prayer, sacrifice, or competitions. Well, they sacrificed me. They tried to, right? I was sacrificed. That was a ritual. You know, they'll have lives and they'll all roast everyone. That's a fucking ritual. They all get together and they you know, talk their bullshit to everybody and say all these crazy things about them in the comments. Yeah, it's like the ritual of the live stream. No tolerance for questions. None of fucking one tolerance. Look, no tolerance for questions. Cults don't allow questions or critical thinking. Let's read that again. Cults don't allow questions or critical thinking. Like, Fifi, this doesn't make any sense. I thought you had the names. You know all the stuff they've been saying. You know. Control, yep. Yep. The mods, man. Yep, that's that inner circle. It's that inner circle around the cult leader. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorites from this for this chapter. Boys and girls. No financial disclosure. Cults don't provide financial disclosure, such as an audited financial statement. Thank you, everybody, for your donations this year. We have raised this much money from this person, this person, this person. It is going, this part is going here, this is going here, this is going here. It's going to be used to do blah, 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 blah. Am I right? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Sound familiar? Yep, they all have PayPals. Okay, so they keep so they have their cult leaders, their super mods, and then there's a different level of the cult, the members, right? So it's like the top ones, and then there's the second around the top ones, who are like the top ones besties. So we got Jody, blah blah blah, Rhea, all the super mods. Then we have the Jamba and the Del Plumber and the ones that go out who are close to the top, and then they go out and control the bottom ones. And then there's the bottom layers who are just running around doing whatever they're told, right? For example, sorry, ladies, if I used your name, I'm just using it for an example. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Okay, so then they got those bottom layer ones that followers may feel they can never be good enough, right? So how do I become a super mod? How do I get in the inner circle? You're not gonna be. You're not getting into the inner circle. You stay down there in the bottom, leave your comments, send your PayPals, and you shut up. Right? Yeah, Del Plummer is a sugar. I don't know what that's about. She's the anti-monarchist, who's allowed to be around, but no one else. Which is bizarre. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. She is a sugar. She wanted Meghan Markle to be queen. She wants she wants Rose Hanbury to be queen. She said that. Let's not get into it. All right, you guys. So that is. I think that's enough. I think we've gotten the point across. What do you guys think? You think we've gotten the point? You guys, you're in a cult. You're exhibiting cult-like behavior. And it's weird. Yep. All-knowing Fifi. All-knowing Tricky Pricky. Dawn's on her way up. Dawn's learning. Dawn would be a great cult leader. The shit that she says out of her fucking crazy mouth. Holy shit, people, we eat that up. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Congratulations. Yes, you know, I was always been making jokes. Like, you guys are in a cult. You guys are in a cult. Quit acting like a cult. Oh, no. Y'all bitches are in a cult. And you're acting like cult leaders. Like, textbook cult leaders. Textbook definition over here. Alright, guys, I'll be back in a little bit. I know everybody's probably might be asleep. I don't know if I'm going to be... I'll probably just be doing Halloween Pass again, because I'm probably just going to do that. So I wanted to get this out for our Friday surprise. So for our Cult Classic Friday surprise, you're in a cult. Congratulations. Alright, let me get up and dance for you and say bye. So everybody, please hit like if you would like. Please subscribe if you have not, if you would like. Share if you would like. Whatever you would like. I shall dance for you first. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Alright, everybody, keep an eye on the cult leaders. Make sure you don't get sucked into a cult. It happens sometimes. It's okay. If you do, we will save you. Alright, everybody. I'll see you later. Happy Friday, Kate. Love you.